I think, again, I think it comes back to the roots of Woodloch. It's family and traditions and a sense of place. So, to me, that's what the holidays are. You're getting together with your families and you're doing things that are historically done. You're having grandma's pie, or you're having those certain meals or certain family traditions that have always been done on the holidays. And when you come to Woodloch, there's a lot of those same kind of traditional things that happen. And it brings you back to a place of comfort and safety and feeling kind of wrapped up in the moment. You kind of can let go of the rest of the world and be taken away for a little bit. And then you add in, obviously the natural surroundings which we have, and we get a little bit of snow like we have this year. The fireplace is going, the decorations everywhere, just doing some of the activities, whether it's being, the baking wars or going on the Festival of Lights, it allows you to be a kid again when you're an adult, and it allows you to watch your kids kind of have the joy in their eyes when they see, everything that's going on around them. And it's, it just feels good.
What exactly is the Yule log hunt?
So the Yule log hunt is a historical event at Woodloch. When we do it with the guests, I always share, it's actually a tradition that's been running longer than our family has operated Woodloch. My grandparents bought Woodloch in 1958. They bought it from the Svenningsson family. Yeah. And the Yule log hunt is a Scandinavian tradition. And the Svenningssons were Scandinavian. So something they did on this property before we started operating the business. And basically, it is a birch log that is about 3 feet long, and it gets hidden. We hide it anywhere on the property. We kind of have anywhere from the nightclub all the way over to the inn and the lake house. So almost 150 acres to try to find a 3-foot white birch log. So the families will disperse and go looking for it. And when it's found, it's brought back to where we're at with the fire pit, and we ring the bell to let everybody know, our old dinner bell, so everybody comes back. And if you find it, you're guaranteed a year of good luck. We can't promise that part, but we do guarantee a bottle of champagne at dinner. And it also ties into what we do after that. As we come in, we have eggnog and punch and cookies, and then we go out and do our traditional Christmas caroling and get a little visit from the North Pole. So it's all part of a bigger picture of getting into that families doing things together, because grandma and grandpa can do it with the young kids, and families do it from all ages. Then the chance to relax and go out and just sing Christmas carols. And nobody has a good voice, but that doesn't matter. It's part of the beauty of Christmas carols, and that just having that holiday spirit of being together and doing that, it makes for a really good feeling for everybody. I remember, not as an employee, but coming over and watching my dad lead the Yule log and wearing the same fur coat that I'm wearing in this conversation, because this coat actually came from the first generation who was doing the Yule log, and they would wear this. I'm a little bit shorter, so this one drags on the floor a little bit when I do it now. I love that when you see kids do it year after year with their family, and they get older and older, but it's still something that there's so much going on at Woodloch, but they actually make the choice to come to it as kind of a throwback traditional game versus some of the other stuff, which is all great and fun. They make the decision to come back to do this, and they do that with their entire family, which is great. And it ties into the historical part of what Woodloch is and what we've been doing for a long time, and that some of those core foundational values that were happening in 1958 still happening today, even though the world's changed a lot through that time.
I also realized, you must be really getting hot in that jacket. We're doing it by the fire. You want to take it off?
I'll shed the jacket, yeah.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the transition from the toboggan run to the snow hill?
Yeah, it's a sad story. For those of us who remember the toboggan run, the history of the toboggan was a throwback old toboggan run with wooden toboggan. They would buy ice blocks and put them in there, and it was a true toboggan with the metal runners on the bottom, and you had a little wooden lever that you'd pull, and it would just drop, and it would shoot you right down right across the lake. And you would go a third or halfway across the lake, and it was an exhilarating ride. It was a lot of fun. It was just difficult to then pull that heavy toboggan from the middle of the lake all the way back up the hill. Eventually, we had to move on from it. Mother Nature gives and takes every year a little bit differently. And then we morphed into making snow into the old spot, and the ability to make the snow allows us to have the snow tubing every year as long as it's cold enough. It's a really fun, great activity for all ages. It doesn't matter if you're older, you haven't done it, there's still an exhilaration when you're flying down and feeling the cold snow around you and doing those things to the kids who are sometimes just riding with mom or dad down it. I can tell you that when I was growing up and younger, we actually would celebrate Christmas in the lobby. When we talk about Woodloch being our home, it is. We have a tradition in our family from my grandmother's side where there is a shoe from the 1800s that has been kept from that family, that when the family didn't have a lot, they basically did a little lottery that one person could get something, and they raffled off the shoe, and whoever got the shoe, there was candy inside of it. We still have that shoe, and as a family, we still do that tradition every year for Christmas. There's a winner, again, good luck, and that. So it's a really neat family tradition that carries on through all these years. The ability to have the gift of watching people come in the door and kind of seeing their lives being busy in the traffic and life, and then watching them leave. That transformation that happens when people arrive to when they leave. The shoulders settling down, the smiles, the laughters, the memories that kind of happen when they're here. Watching that is such a gift. And when they're here, people are really able to focus on each other and the relationships that are most important to them. We talk a lot about we make the world a better place by what we do. And I think that's the environment we try to do.